All right, guys, welcome back. So this time we're going to be talking about how to make a slab out of your clay. So we've wedged our clay now, and we've kind of made it into this nice little cubey type looking shape here. And we've gotten some tools for this. So we have our slab roller, which is really just a rolling pin. And then we've got these nice little sticks here. And when you get these, to measure out, it's going to be measure the thickness of your slab. It's going to be as thick as the piece of wood. So now you need to make sure that these are the same, because we do have different ones that are different sizes. Make sure that they are the same, or you will get a slab that is thicker on one side and lower on the other. So here we go. We're going to put these down, and there's a few key things that students forget about a lot. Number one, you need to put these two rails within the distance of your roller. Your roller has to be able to be on it. So the maximum distance I can have these would be as wide as the roller. If not, your roller actually is on the board, and you're going to get nothing. You're going to smash it all the way down. So we actually kind of probably want to bring them in a little bit so that if they move, they don't move so far that we squish down with our roller. Okay, so that's number one. Number two. We want to make sure that we are constantly moving the clay, because we do not want the clay to stick to our board, okay? So as we do this, I just start by getting a little bit of, squish it a little bit, okay? I want to move this just a little bit. There we go. All right, so we squish it down a little bit, and then we're just going to slowly roll it. So I roll about 2 times, 1, 2, okay? And then I pick it up and flip it over, okay? Roll it again, 1, 2, pick it up, flip it over, all right? 1, 2. Now, this is getting kind of big for what I want it to, for what I'm going to be able to cut out. So for this exercise, I'm going to kind of cut out wings for a gargoyle. But you could do this slab kind of work for anything. But as you can see, it's kind of getting flatter. It's getting thick. It's pretty thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out my knife, and I'm actually going to cut this in half, because I don't need this much. So I'm just going to set that to the side. I may roll that later. Okay. But for now, let's finish rolling this set right here. Get that off there. There we go. Okay, and right there I felt like it's pretty smooth, and it doesn't, look, I'm not moving it anymore. So I think I've met the height requirement. You gotta feel it, make sure that it feels flat. Pick it up gently, flip it over, and then it's gonna have been stuck, so I wanna just kind of do that one more time on this side as well. Okay, all right. So now I can do my design. So if I wanted to do a wing, I'm gonna cut it right out of the middle. So this is the opposite of how I taught everybody to do, to cut out of a piece of paper. When you cut out a piece of paper, I don't want you to waste the whole paper. So on the paper, you do it near the edge of the paper. In clay, it's actually the opposite. I do want you to draw yours in the middle of this design, and then cut it out there as well. So we're going to start with one of these tools, the poker, because what we'd like to do is we're just going to kind of sketch it on top. Then I can come back with either a knife, or I can actually cut it out with this as well. So we're going to do a little bat wing. Since it is for a gargoyle. Okay, so there's my basic shape. This is where it's going to touch my gargoyle, so I kind of made that straight so I can play with that later. And I'm just going to go ahead and try to cut it out with this. So I just poke all the way down to the board. See, I'm going slowly and gently to make sure I get all the way through those holes. And notice I went straight up and down so I could cut through it. Now the beauty of clay is that, well, you're just going to smash this clay back up, and you're going to keep working with it, and you can re-roll it and all that good stuff. So you can actually cut further than you need to make sure that that happens. You're going to gently pull pieces off away from your piece, okay? And there's my wing. Now you're going to do things to that to make it even better, right? You're going to smooth it out. You're going to curve the edges maybe. You might draw some lines in there and make some imprints to make it look like veins on the wing. But as you can see, it's a uniform width, and it looks like a wing.